What you need to know about robotics. The evolution of jobs. This is going to follow a similar thread to some of the previous videos, but in a nutshell, the combination of robotics, 3D printing and AI is going to dramatically displace an alarming amount of jobs, which will lead to huge unemployment within the low-skilled sectors. Then to stave off civil riots, UBI will likely be installed. This all sounds ominous, I'm sure, but it's not all doom and gloom. Just like how 100 years ago, over 90% of the population were farmers, and then new tech displaced the population into higher level roles, robotics is just a continuation of that trend. That's all. In the short term, it's actually going to be quite prosperous for some employed people. For instance, there are loads of good paying jobs out there these days which didn't exist 10 years ago, like social media roles or digital marketing roles, etc. The advent of new tech created these roles. So it won't be long before we see a new power role of CRO popping up in some firms, Chief Robotics Officer. There will be in-house personal chef robots, robots that help the elderly, robots that help build buildings, robots that do surgery, robots that help with earthquake victim rescue, and an endless list of other amazing positive applications, especially for the world of prosthetics and the disabled. I really don't think there'll be much of a threat from Terminator-style robots. The real threat is ASI, as explained in the previous video. When thinking of robots, most people think of big machines, but I personally believe the real virgin territory for mass opportunity and innovation is under the microscope. Yep, the realm of nanobots. Nanorobots have endless potential and a projected market of over 70 billion by 2020. These machines can literally do anything you want and range from 0.1 to 10 micrometers, or micrometers. 1 micrometer is often referred to as 1 micron. And to put this into perspective, a human hair is 100 to 150 microns. A sheet of 80 GSM paper is 70 microns. A sperm from head to tail is 50 microns, large bacteria 1 to 20 microns, small bacteria 1 micron, atoms 0.1 to 0.3, and viruses 0.01 microns. So a nanobot is basically a machine that can build, manipulate or destroy things at a molecular or atomic level. Just think about that for a moment. That's like having a machine that can play with atoms like they're Lego bricks. This means they can pretty much do anything you want, from destroying cancer cells, fighting off all disease, enhancing human senses like eyesight, fixing internal bleeding in minutes, creating new storage devices, destroying unwanted plastic in the oceans, building buildings and bridges, connecting our brains to the internet, creating materials unbelievably strong and pliable, and last of all, building replicators. Replicator nanobots could literally build anything you wanted, from a perfect replica Aston Martin to your favourite cup of coffee, or a new heart. I'm aware that some of this seems far-fetched, but even now in 2018 we have already achieved some remarkable things, like storing over 700 terabytes of information in a single gram of DNA. 700 terabytes is 35,000 hours worth of movies. And in 2009, scientists created the Respirocyte, which is an artificial red blood cell, which is smaller than a red blood cell, but many magnitudes more efficient. Obviously, we're a good 5 to 10 years away from seeing a lot of these capabilities being reached, but that's really not that long in the grand scale of things. The future is very bright. So the key takeaway nuggets in this video are: 1. The real potential for robots, in my opinion, is the nano-robot industry. 2. Literally anything can be created, manipulated or destroyed by nanobots, so the possibilities are endless. 3. Although this field is young, there will be many multi-billion-dollar companies in this space. Action point for today. Not really an immediate action point, but I'm personally growing my businesses so that I have enough cash flow to set up and fund my own nanobot research facility. It's one of many projects, but if successful, we could potentially create a nanobot that could do some real good in this world. It's a punt worth taking. So for yourselves, keep on thinking of your first potential biz idea, because the bigger our WAP community grows, in 5 to 10 years, we'll be a community of thousands of business owners which will have a big accumulative clout.